felt like I was grieving the boy that I thought we had. I felt like I'd lost a baby. Hi guys, my name's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. This is my 12-week bump date. I am 12 weeks pregnant. This week, baby is the size of a kiwi fruit, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I feel like the fruits are getting smaller, but who knows? A lot of stuff has happened in the last week, and I want to share it all with you guys. First of all, I want to apologize for my appearance. During my bump dates, I've tried really hard to do my makeup and look presentable, but I just cannot be bothered today. So this is as good as you're getting. No makeup, and I'm not doing my hair. But let's move on to the bump date. I don't have a whole lot to talk about in relation to symptoms this week. The only symptom that I wrote down was sciatic back pain, which I've had a couple of random sciatic back pain attacks in the last week, which is really weird because I'm so early on in my pregnancy. I am pretty big for 12 weeks though, so maybe that has something to do with it. I had sciatic back pain with Talia later on in my pregnancy, but I didn't get it this early with her, so I wonder if it's just gonna be really bad towards the end of this pregnancy. That's fine. That's the only symptom I wrote down. Most of my symptoms have really eased off this week. My nausea is pretty much gone. My food aversions is also pretty much gone, which is great. That's the one that I hated the most. So all in all, for symptoms this week, I haven't had a whole lot. Sciatic back pain is really the only thing that I've noticed. I have had a really busy week though. So let's jump into the exciting things that have happened this week. Number one, I got engaged. As you're watching this video, I got engaged a while ago because all of these videos are kind of not on the correct timeline as of yet, because I haven't caught up yet with my videos, all of the bump dates, because I told you guys so late on that I was pregnant. So you guys already know I'm engaged, but I'm engaged. That happened this week. That's something huge that happened. Another thing that happened, actually two huge things happened. I guess in getting engaged is pretty huge. So three, that's four. Three huge things happened. I got engaged, we found out the gender of our baby, and we had our NT scan done this morning. Before I go into talking about the NT scan and how that went, I want to talk about the title of this video, which is Gender Disappointment. I think it's going to be something like 12-week bump date, gender disappointment. I really want to talk about this topic. If you're watching this video, you know by now that we are having a girl. Luke and I are having a little baby girl. Pretty sure by the time I've posted this video, I've announced the gender. I sure hope so. If you guys have watched my previous videos, I've said that I want a little boy because I don't have a little boy. We have Jet, and I'm so thankful we have Jet. Luke has a little boy, Jet, but I personally don't have a little boy. So I would have loved to have a little boy. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad now that we're having a girl. My very initial reaction to finding out that we were having a girl was literally just shock, because I was so convinced that this was a baby boy. I don't know why, I just had a feeling. And then when the pregnancy started to develop and unfold exactly the same as Talia's did, I started to doubt myself a little bit. I still had a gut feeling that it was a boy. So when the pink streamer string stuff came out of the cans, literally all I felt was shock. I just was like, what? Like I was expecting blue to come out and pink came out. So initially it was just shock. And then the shock kind of wore off and I was disappointed. And let me explain. Now I am not disappointed that we are having a baby girl. I'm actually over the moon about it now. I think it's been about a week, maybe less. I think it's been maybe like 3 or 4 days since we found out about the gender. Initial reaction was shock, and then I got disappointed. Not because I didn't want a girl, but because Luke and I had been calling this baby a boy from the beginning. And not that Luke thought it was a boy, but I thought it was a boy, and it just became a thing that we were calling him, and we'd refer to it as a boy and son and him and his and blah blah blah. Like that's just what it was. That's what we had been doing the entire time that we knew that we were pregnant. So it wasn't that I didn't want a girl, it's that I thought we were having a boy, and I felt like I was grieving the boy that I thought we had. I don't know how to explain it. If you haven't been through it, you can't really explain the feeling. I literally cried. I'm not even joking, you guys. I cried and cried and cried because I thought we were having a boy, and then I found out we were having a girl. If I had no feelings or like preconceptions going into it, or any we hadn't been calling her him or whatever, I don't think that would have happened, but because I thought we were having a boy and then I found out we were having a girl, I felt like I'd lost a baby. I know that sounds really stupid and super selfish. I know that I didn't lose the baby, obviously, but to those of you who have experienced gender disappointment, maybe you've clicked on this video because you yourself are experiencing it or something like that, and you're looking for other people going through the same thing, because I know that's what I did when I was in that 24-hour period of not being overly happy that we were having a girl. I searched a lot of YouTube videos and found a lot of videos helpful with women like talking through their feelings and explaining things, and I could relate to them. So that's what it felt like. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone who's lost a baby or, you know, can't get pregnant or whatever. I'm just telling you that's what it felt like after the initial shock wore off. So I cried for like a day, and then something really horrible happened. And I feel really bad that this is what it took to like snap me out of my stupidity, but someone posted on a mum's page a photo of a really like faint positive pregnancy test, asking if anybody else sees a line, and I commented on it saying, yes, I see the line, and she commented back saying, I really hope so, this would be my rainbow baby after a stillbirth. And I'm not even kidding you guys, like instantly as soon as I read that, all of the negative feelings that I had surrounding the gender of my baby just like disappeared. And I was kind of expecting the negative feelings to stick around until baby was born, but I'm not even kidding you when I say it was instant. Like the second I finished reading that sentence, I was like, oh my God, I'm being an idiot. Like I have this beautiful little girl and she's healthy that we know of, and I'm complaining about the gender. Like, who does that? So I felt like really bad after that. The thing was, during the 24-hour period where I was like devastated basically that we were having a girl, I didn't feel bad about feeling that way. So let me know if you experienced the same thing when you had gender disappointment. If you have had gender disappointment, let me know down below. I didn't feel bad about feeling that way during it, but as soon as I snapped out of it because I realized I was being an idiot, I felt terrible. Like afterwards I felt terrible. And now I am not just saying this, I'm not just saying it to say it or make you guys think it. I am over the moon that I'm having a girl. And there are so many reasons that I would prefer to have a girl over a boy. There are many reasons I'd prefer to have a boy over a girl too, but there are so many reasons that I'm happy that I'm pregnant with a little girl. Number one being, Talia gets to grow up with a little sister, which is something I always wanted, and I like always begged my parents for, even though they weren't together. I wanted a little sister to grow up with, and I didn't get that until much later on, long story. I inherited stepsisters, but I never grew up with a sister, and I really wanted that. So now Talia gets to grow up with a little sister that's like very similar to her age. That's a huge reason that I'm happy about the fact that we're having a girl. Another one is that, like I said in previous videos, I love the girl name that we picked for our baby girl. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I love it. We ended up finding a really good boy's name that we both love as well, so we did have one prepared for if it was a boy, but I love the girl name that we picked. The third reason being, I love being a mum to a baby girl, to a girl. I love the dresses, I love the bows, I love the clothes, I just love all of it. I love the fact that I'm going to be like painting nails with her when she's a little bit older and talking about boys. Like, I love that. Don't know how I would handle that with a boy, but that's not to say I don't want a boy in the future, but I'm really happy now that this baby is a girl. So if you're experiencing gender disappointment and you're in that time frame of like, you're so upset, you're disappointed, maybe you have a few boys and you wanted a girl, or you had a few girls and you wanted a boy, or you had a girl and you wanted another girl, or you had a boy and you wanted another boy, like whatever the case may be, if you're experiencing gender disappointment and you're watching this video, it does get better. I'm assuming it's different for everyone. Maybe it'll last until your baby's born and you'll see your baby's face, and that will be what snaps you out of it. But for me, just realizing and thinking how lucky I am when there are so many people out there much less fortunate when it comes to pregnancy, that's what snaps me out of it. And there is no negative feelings now, and I'm not just saying that when it comes to me feeling sad or anything about the gender of my baby. I'm over the moon, and so is Luke. Luke didn't have a preference to begin with because he already has a boy and a girl, but I feel like an idiot at this point now for how I felt and how I acted and the things I said. It was horrible. But if you want to chat, if you guys have experienced gender disappointment or you're experiencing it now and you need someone to talk to, feel free to send me a personal message over on Instagram. My Instagram is always down below in the description. I'd love to chat to you guys about this because this is just a subject that no one talks about. I don't know whether people are embarrassed or like ashamed to feel that way. I don't know, but people don't talk about it. So I want to talk about it because you guys know me. I'm really open on my channel and I talk about things how they are and I don't make stuff up. So anyway, I've basically spent this whole bump date talking about gender disappointment, but I am happy that I'm having a little girl and Luke and I are over the moon. And now that we know she's a girl, we've started calling her by her name and we're able to say her and she and buy cute little outfits and things like that. So I am over the moon. Also, something that happened this week is we told Luke's entire family that we're pregnant. So as of now, you guys know that I'm pregnant. We have finally announced to you guys. Obviously, you're watching this video way after we've announced, but you know now. So sorry about talking about gender disappointment for the entire bump date, but it was a really important subject that I wanted to talk about because it's definitely something that helped me was watching people who had gone through the same thing. NT scan. We had our NT scan done early this morning. And everything went smoothly, baby's growing on track. If anything, baby is measuring a couple of days ahead, which is nice to see, nice healthy baby. She was moving around like crazy in there. I think she had the hiccups or something. It looked like she had the hiccups. And she was moving her arms and her legs and like sucking on her hand. It was the cutest thing to see. And Luke came with me and seeing his face, like watching her on the screen, like the smile on his face was just like, it made my day. So that's the other exciting thing that happened. That is everything. This is a huge bump date because a lot happened this week. And like I said, the gender disappointment was something that I really, really wanted to talk about because it is something that I went through. And I'm really surprised that personally it only lasted 24 hours for me, but I know that it lasts a lot longer for some people. Anyway guys, I'm going to show you my 12-week bump. I haven't had a chance to eat a whole lot today, so she's not as big as she usually is. Actually, that's a lie, she's always pretty big. My bump's always been pretty big this whole pregnancy, but by the end of the day, I literally look like I'm like 9 months pregnant. I'm not even kidding you. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my 12-week bump. Alright guys, that is my 12-week bump date. I'm so excited to finally get to the safe point in pregnancy where we can tell our family and things like that. So this is an exciting bump date for me other than the kind of negative topic surrounding the bump date. It's an exciting week. 12 weeks is exciting. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow our journey. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know. Baby brain. Maybe I should have put that in the symptoms. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.